What's up, YouTube? Why am I on this character? As you probably already read in the title, what we're going to do is I'm just showing you what this UI looks like. Because what we're going to do is with the new Blizzard default UI, you can change a lot of things. I want to show you what it looks like in retail. And what we're going to do is we're going to replicate this as much as possible with what you can in the Blizzard UI, and see if we can. And I believe we can, because I've already created it, and I'll show you what I've moved, a couple of the options as well, and I hope you enjoy it. So till then, let's dance off into the video. What's up, chat? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how I created this UI pretty much to sort of match up my current retail user interface with using just the Blizzard interface with no weak auras whatsoever, because I think the default Blizzard UI is actually really good. A couple of things that I think you could change to make it a little bit better. Like I'm gonna need a few weak auras just to track my essences a bit higher up here, and that's all pretty much. And then you have your boss weak auras and watch out and all that kind of stuff. But this is pretty much exactly how my UI looks like in retail. So if you guys ever want, I'll drop the code in the description if you guys want to try it out. But here we go. I'll quickly go through the thought process and everything, and how we've changed a lot of things. So this is how modern preset looks like. So we're actually going to take off all the action bars. You can actually have a lot more action bars now. So you start with 2 action bars. You have your normal frame, your modern, so your player frame, and your target frame here, and the buttons are quite big. So what you want to do is you want to sort of minimize the clutter on your screen as much as possible. And I feel like making these now, you can make each individual unit frame quite small as well, which is really, really good. So what we've done is we're going to swap and go into my 1, 2, 3, which I've made for myself. And now what we've done is we're going to turn on all of these. I don't think I have option 7. Okay, so we just have to log out and log back in, and it looks like it's fixed it up. But what we need to do is we're going to be doing left and up, and I'm just going to save this change because they never fixed. So as you can see, the complete difference from this UI, from modern preset, where you have your target frame here. These are your extra action buttons, your target frame, and all your action bars are in the middle. The new ones are in the middle here, and the extra 2, 3, and 4, oh sorry, 4 and 5 are on the side. So what we've done is we've moved it into the middle. Your party frames are closer, just because if you do become a healer, it's easier to use your mouse over macros. These can be a little bit bigger for Mythic Plus if you're a healer, but again, that's generally up to you. So again, that's messed up. I'm just gonna jump back in because Blizzard and its unit frames and its UI is not working as perfectly. So we're just going to jump back into here, edit mode. All right, so what I want to do is the first thing, we'll talk about the buffs frame, because the buff keeps going sort of crooked. What we do is we want the buffs to go upways, and we want them to come from the left. And we have just an icon limit of 9, so it will be 9, and you have more buffs, 9, and then 9 and 9. What you can do is, instead of showing complete all buffs, so like your food and your bronze, what you can do is you press this little button now, and they all actually all go away. So when you use your trinket will come up. When you use your hover will come up. When you use lust will come up. When you use your Dragon Rage starts popping up. So it's all in the middle of the screen, no weak auras needed. The only bad, sort of the downside of this, is when, say, you're in Raid or in Mythic Plus, you have a Druid, they're putting all your HOTS on, you actually see all the HOTS as well. So I wish they added an option where, we don't want to go there, where it would only show your buffs and no other buffs. So if you could just show your buffs and no other buffs, it would be really good. But for the default Blizzard UI, it's actually really good. And then over your buffs, they have your cast bar in the middle, you're channeling a deep breath, or I think that's all you have here, which is cast a living flame on yourself. You have that like in front of you. And then this is here. It's pretty much the same as my base, no, not my base UI, my classic UI. You have the main spells that go on cooldown. These can be interchangeable. You can throw in Firestorm if you're running Firestorm. You can swap that if you want. If you're running Shattering Star, you throw Shattering Star there. There's not really that many different spells that you need to track for Evoker. But if you have any other spells that you want to track, just say, I don't know, Disintegrate or something. Currently the UI is bugged where it's not letting you add in more spells. Here, always show action bars, you hit save and it does it. What you can do is you can come in and you can add more, but currently bugged at the moment. And then these down here, we've made a separate, so this is action bar 7, this is action bar 8, we've made it a little bit smaller. Action bar 8 is just your defensive cooldowns and anything that utility cooldowns. So we have your Obsidian Scale, you have your Renewing Blaze, your Verdant Embrace, your Rescue, your Dragon's Rage, and so on. So I've put in all the little itsy bits, so your utility down here. And then again, you can have up to 12 bars, but so far the UI is bugged and it's not allowing you to add more unless you've already added it on. And then we're going down here, so once you get used to the gameplay, so you already know what buttons you're pressing off by heart and whatnot. What I've done here is I've added all the bars, but I've made them icon size 60. You can even go further down if you want to 50%. I keep it at 50 just in case there's something that you need to swap in, swap out quickly. Save and exit, and that's pretty much it. So little less big buttons down at the bottom, more of the things that you want to track right in the middle. And then as you can see on the right here, you have your party frame. You can move your party frame up a little bit more as however you want it. This is your extra abilities. I'll probably move it in here once I figure out what the best ability is. If not, I'll just be hot binding, keying what your extra ability is. And I think it's Control D in retail, and I'll just press Control D, and when it pops up here, it pops up. You have your player frame, your target frame, focus frame. I think focus frame might come up a little bit more, but generally it'll stay the same there, and it's just at the bottom. So don't really need to. And the one option that I wish you could just move these, I guess, extra resources bar, move them up over here or something. So it's an easier track. It's probably like Monk in your Chi, or your Barrel Druid and dots. Maybe if the dots just happen a little bit more, maybe I play around with the personal resource bar, but I actually don't like it in the middle and actually following. But that's pretty much my UI. It's all base UI, no weak auras, no copying anyone's UI. It's all base UI, and I think it's really good. You're not going to be using much of the CPU. Yes, you probably will install weak auras again for boss fights that you need to track. But being a base UI, it's insanely good at how much you can actually edit. And again, you have all these other options that you can, but for me, as an evoker, don't really need to track much. Maybe as a druid, I might need to track a little bit more, or on the hunter. But for the time being, nothing really too much. I could actually put like tail swipe and wing buffet into here as well. Maybe a trinket, but I'd probably use a weak aura for trinket rather than putting it in here. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Again, if you like my UI, if you like this UI, I'll put the code down below. You can copy it, and hopefully once everything comes out, it actually works. So once you paste it into retail, this will just copy over, and I hope so, because retail's coming out in a few days. So hope you enjoy it. If you like this, leave a comment, drop down, leave a comment, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, enjoy Dragonflight. Till then, peace.